Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back to show off yet more plunder that I've acquired over the last little while. Once again, trying to play catch up. Kind of got a little behind. A lot of stuff going on here. Again, another huge stack of stuff to go through, so I'm going to just jump right into it. First up, we have Final Error with Necromantic Rituals. Total blind buy for me off of Amazon, but this is some absolutely solid death thrash out of Germany. Been around since 2014. This is their second full-length album, out now on through Kern Kraftritter Records in 2022. Man, that was not easy to say, but yeah, like I said, total blind buy for me, but I really dig it so far. Next up, got a little order here from Gurgling Gore, probably the next at least 3 or 4 here, starting with Eternal Darkness in Ceremony of Doom. Doom Death out of Sweden, been around since 1990. This is their debut demo, originally put out on tape, limited to 150 copies by the band back in 1991. This is a 2021 reissue put out by Extreme Music, and yeah, this was like kind of a new band to me. I saw them this in kind of their new update section, and I checked it out, was really digging it, so I picked up a copy. So if you love Doom Death, go check these guys out. These next two are from the same band, and I've been a fan of them for a while, so I was really excited to see more of their stuff show up somewhere for me to pick up. And that band is Soul Skinner, death metal band out of Athens, Greece, been around since 2000. First up, we have Descent to Abaddon, with some really badass artwork here. This is their 4th full-length album, out on Extreme Music in 2017. And again, more badass artwork on this one. This is 7 Bowls of Wrath. Both of these albums are absolutely solid in my opinion. If you love death metal, go check these guys out. I've loved everything I've heard from them, and I cannot wait to finally complete my catalog of them. Again, this last one from Gurgling Gore was a total blind buy at the time. I've never heard of them. Checked out a sample of it. Thought it sounded pretty decent. So I was like, what the hell, it's cheap. This is Plague Patrol with Demo 2021. Death metal band out of Prague, Czechia. Been around since 2020. This is their debut demo, put out independently by the band digitally. And then Behind the Mountain released it in 2021 as well on CD. Just some filthy sounding death metal. I would definitely check it out if you're a fan of death metal at all. Okay, next up, Death White with Grave Image. Melodic doom gothic metal out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Been around since 2012. This is their second full-length album, put out by Season of Mist, as if you couldn't tell, back in 2020. I actually became a fan of them with last year's Grey Everlasting, which, if I'm not mistaken, actually made my year-end list. Pretty sure. But really dig this band. Have not had a chance to listen to this one just yet, though. But if it's anything like Grey Everlasting, I have no doubt that I'm going to enjoy it. This is another one that I was really excited to finally find a copy of this, because I've known about this band. I've listened to this a few times, and I was like, man, I really want to get a copy of that, but I could never find it anywhere that was kind of closer to home, if you will, not going to kill me with shipping. But finally did find a place. I can't remember where exactly I got this. It might have even been Amazon. It was actually a pretty decent price given that it's Amazon. But this is Tiwanaku with Earth Base 1. Progressive death metal out of Tampa, Florida. Been around since 2003, and as if you couldn't tell by the name of the band, they are lyrically themed around UFOs and aliens and things of that nature. But this is their debut full-length album, put up by Unorthodox Emanations just last year. So like I said, I was really excited to finally snag a copy of this. I've only gotten to listen to it, since I got it a couple times, and it actually been a while since I listened to it online. But yeah, really good stuff. And I actually just showed this band in the last update. So, of course, I showed their second EP, so I had to get there first. This is Eternal with Forsaken Memories. course, Death Thrash out of Phoenix, Arizona, been around since 2021. As I said, this is their debut EP. Originally, this was put out independently by the band digitally. Narcoleptica Productions, issued this on CD limited to 200 copies. So they actually just put these back up in stock on their Bandcamp, which is why I hurried up and snagged a copy. And again, really solid release here from this band. Really excited to see what they have in store for the future. This one, oh my fucking God. I've listened to this thing I don't know how many times. I've had a promo of it for a while. I've been meaning to do a review of it. I'm way behind on reviews, but I cannot get enough of this album. It is so damn good, and it kind of reintroduced me to this band. But this is the new In the Woods album, Diversum. Gothic, progressive black metal out of Norway. Been around since 1991. This is their 6th full-length album put up by Soul Cellar Records just last year. I have had their first 2 albums for years now, and I'd actually kind of lost touch with them until I received the promo for this album. And it has just gotten me back into this band. I've got to pick up the rest of it. If I had to recommend any song on here to check out the closing track, You're Dark. That song is so damn good and is so catchy, and it gets stuck in your head. I know it's been stuck in my head a lot. So yeah, really solid album. Go check it out. Next up, Grave with And Here I Die Satisfied. Grave, honestly, should really need not much of an introduction at all, but if you're unfamiliar, they are a death metal band from Sweden, been around since 1988. This is the band's first EP overall, originally put out by Century Media Records back in 1993, but just last year, Vic Records, who is amazing with their reissues, reissued this, and I was really excited to see this pop up on Amazon, so of course I jumped on it. Have not had a chance to listen to it, and it's actually been a while since I heard anything from this, so I'm really excited to dig into it again. Next 2 are from the same band. Again, this is a band that I got a promo for their new album, and I was so impressed with it that I not only pre-ordered the new album, that I had to pick up the rest of their material as well, and that is Blazing Right. Which is just a straight up heavy metal band out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Not exactly sure when they formed, but kicking things off, we have Dolce Bellum in Expertus EP. As if you couldn't tell by the cover art and everything, definitely has that, kind of fantasy, heroic type theme to it. But yeah, this is their debut EP put up by Alone Records in 2020, limited to 500 copies. And then we have their debut full-length album, Endless Halls of Golden Totem. This was put out by Gates of Hell Records in 2021. And absolutely fantastic stuff. I love both of these. I love their new album. I will be doing a review of it here at some point, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, go check out Blazing Right if you love just kind of epic, kind of straight up, epic themed, I should say, straight up heavy metal. These guys are right up your alley. Next up, Mortascald with Nascency of the Prolific. Of course, Mortascald, death metal band out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, been around since 1990. This is a compilation put out just recently by Sewer Rot Records. And what this contains is, the first 5 tracks 1 through 5, are their Gory Departure demo from 1990. 6 to 9 is the Prolong the Agony demo, again from 1990. And then 10 through 13 are previously unreleased rehearsal recordings from 1990. And then 14 to 16 is a previously unreleased basement recording. So, yeah, really excited to dig into this one. Have not had a chance, but I do love me some Mortascald. All right, these last 5 here all came from Rotted Life Records. They got some stuff in from China that I was very interested in picking up. In fact, the first 2 were really the ones that I was interested in. The other 3 just happened to look interesting enough, and I liked what I heard when I checked them out. So I thought, what the fuck? Why not? First up, Fulci, Exhumed Information. Finally, I have a Fulci CD. Other than that split they did with Fumes. But yeah, Fulci, brutal death metal out of Italy, been around since 2013. This is the band's third full-length album put up by Time to Kill Records back in 2021. This is a, I'm going to totally butcher this, Huang Quan Records 2022 reissue. Comes with a nice obi strip there. It is numbered, and I believe mine is number 30, if you can make that out. I can't really tell if it's a 3 or a 5, but I'm going to guess it's a 3. So, yeah, really excited to finally have some Fulci on CD. This one, I ended up buying the digital because I didn't think I was going to be able to find anybody that was going to get the CD, but, you know, Rotted Life came through. This is Casket Grinder with Sepulchral Trip. Death metal band out of Colombia, been around since 2010, though I just recently started getting into these guys. Second full-length album put up by Awakening Records, limited to 1,000 copies. Killer death metal. Go check these guys out. Next up, Morticious, with, I guess, just the self-titled. Death metal out of Arlington, Virginia. Active between 1988 and I have no idea, though they are listed as split up. Again, another compilation release put out by Huang Quan Records, limited to 500 copies. And what you get, tracks 1 to 5 are the Genetic Blur demo from 1990. Track 6 to 9, Terminal Terror demo from 1989. And then finally, the last track is a live track from New Jersey, recorded on July 2nd, 1990. Like I said, I have not listened to the whole thing, but what I did listen to, really dug it. Next up, Cultist with Manic Despair. Death metal out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Been around since 2015. This is their debut full-length album put up by Awakening Records in 2022. Limited to 1,000 copies. Again, another band that I was unfamiliar with till I saw this on the site. And what I've heard so far, really solid sounding death metal. Sorry if I'm trying to hurry up and get this done. My phone is about to die and I don't want to lose this. And lastly, we have Gehenna with The Horror Begins at the Valley of Gore. Yeah, not the Gehenna most people think of, not the black metal band. This is a death metal band from Salix, Pennsylvania, active between 1991 and again to not really sure, but they are listed as split up. Again, another compilation put up by Awakening Records in 2021, limited to 1,000 copies. Tracks 1 to 5 is the Horror Begins demo from 1991, and 6 to 8 are the Valley of Gore demo from 1992. So this basically comprises everything this band put out. Like I said, I have not listened to the whole thing, but what I did listen to when I was checking it out sounded really solid, so I'm really looking forward to diving into it. Alrighty, that is going to do it. Had a lot to get through, like I said. So yeah, got more to show off. Got other stuff showing up, pre-orders and all that. So yeah, that is going to do it. Thank you guys so much for watching and subscribing. And until next time, stay brutal.